Hello, Pewter people. Scott Reynolds here with another edition of the Pewter Pulse. Today's topic: Bucs rookie wide receiver and sixth-round draft pick Trey Palmer. He has become a real X factor for this Bucs offense. And he could be the Bucs' secret weapon to start the season at Minnesota in Week 1. So much of the early attention this year is going to be paid to the likes of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin by defensive coordinators like Brian Flores, who the Bucs will be facing in Week 1. And that's to be expected because they're the established stars. This Pro Bowl pair is definitely worth game planning for, and that's going to allow Palmer to possibly exploit some favorable matchups against lesser cornerbacks. Palmer has already shown in the preseason that the NFL game is just not too big for him. His 3 highlight catches in the 3 preseason games this August were better than any of the 3 top catches that Russell Gage had for the Buccaneers a year ago. His extended TD catch against the Steelers in Week 1 from Baker Mayfield, his 33-yard tip drill touchdown versus the Jets on a pass from Kyle Trask in the second week of the preseason, and his leaping aerial catch in the red zone against the Ravens in that preseason finale really stood out. Now, Pewter people, Russell Gage could not have made those grabs. I don't wish injury upon any player, and injuries are rarely a player's fault. But in the long run, for this organization, Russell Gage going in injured reserve could be the best thing for the Bucs because it will give Palmer the reps he needs now as the number 3 receiver to develop and contribute more in that role for Tampa Bay. And it also doesn't keep Raheem Jarrett, another promising rookie out of Maryland, undrafted free agent. It doesn't keep him buried on the depth chart either. He's probably going to be the number 4 wide receiver, splitting time with Devin Tompkins in that role. So with Russell Gage being on IR, it gives more of these rookies an opportunity to shine. Now, the thing about Trey Palmer is he is learning all 3 of those wide receiver positions, the flanker, the split end, and also the slot. And the Bucs are not going to be having a traditional slot receiver this year like Chris Godwin was in Bruce Arians' offense for years. You're going to see Mike Evans in the slot. You're going to see Chris Godwin in the slot. You're also going to see Palmer in the slot. They're going to move those 3 receivers around to create some favorable matchups. And Dave Canales is going to do a good job of making sure that these receivers aren't in static positions. The thing about Palmer that makes him different is he's the fastest Bucs weapon on the field on any given down. He's got legit 4.3 speed. He was the fastest receiver at this year's combine, and he had 3 touchdowns from 70 yards or more at Nebraska last year. And we haven't seen his downfield speed yet in any game outside of practice where he smoked Sauce Gardner in joint practices with the Jets and also made a couple of deep grabs in Tampa Bay's training camp. But the thing that I really like about Palmer's game is he's not a one-trick pony. He's not just a go route vertical guy that can hit you with a big play down the field. He's a well-rounded weapon. He is a weapon in the red zone, and that showed up not just at Nebraska, but also in Tampa Bay as early as the rookie minicamp when he was catching 4, 5, 6-yard touchdowns and operating very well inside the end zone. That's what makes him so valuable. He's more versatile than speed receivers like the Bucs have had in years past with Scotty Miller and Rashad Perriman. Trey Palmer enters Sunday's season opener as a secret weapon for the Buccaneers against the Vikings. But if he has a big game or two in the first month of the season, which he's certainly capable of doing, well, guess what? The secret's going to get out. Trey Palmer's not going to be much of a secret weapon for the Buccaneers anymore. He is going to be a real X factor, and I think really make this Bucs offense even more dangerous than it is right now with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. So keep your eye on Sunday and the early part of the season on Trey Palmer. And make sure that you are subscribing to Pewter Report TV. That's our YouTube channel for more Pewter Pulse episodes, as well as other Bucs video content that we have. And make sure you're also clicking on the notifications button. That lets you know when a new video is posted. So again, that's Pewter Report TV on YouTube. And make sure you like our videos too. That helps the algorithm and gets more Pewter people to our page and enjoying our content. Make sure you follow Pewter Report on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report, as well as visiting pewterreport.com for breaking news and game coverage. And I'll be back later with another edition of the Pewter Pulse.